Hey, Chris Stock with the Life of Diabetic here, and today we're going to be talking about time and range and A1Cs. But first, I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into what my daily life is like. So the first thing that we do in the morning, which starts around 6 in the morning, is get a full cup of ice water, and it's the first thing that goes into my body in the morning. I make sure I drink a full one of these before any coffee, anything at all. Doing this for years, it kind of just wakes my body up and just gets that nice, clean, good water in my body first thing in the morning. Now that the water's done, for now, we still have 7 or 8 more of those to go for today. It's time to get some coffee in the system now. While the coffee's brewing, I'll actually just sit down in a nice quiet area in our house and just sit down to meditate, think about what I need to do for the day, think about what I did the day before, and really think about what I need to do to get me to where I want to be tomorrow. And then from there, it's time to grab the coffee and head on upstairs to the home office. I've been working from home for about 10 years now, so I've been doing this well before the pandemic started. We'll time lapse some of this boring work stuff. Nobody wants to see me sit at a computer and just work all day long.